This week, a federal judge issued a preliminary injunction that blocks New York Attorney General Letitia James from silencing constitutionally protected speech from two pro-life organizations discussing the safety and efficacy of abortion pill reversals. Now, in August, the Thomas More Society attorneys filed a federal lawsuit against Attorney General James on behalf of the pregnancy care centers, outlining how James's threats of prosecution and intimidation violates the First and 14th Amendments of the United States Constitution. The lawsuit argued that James's targeting of these organizations unconstitutionally chills their speech on the safety and efficacy of the abortion pill reversal. Joining me now to discuss this is Mary Szoch, Director of the Center for Human Dignity at FRC. Mary, good to see you today.
Thanks so much for having me.
Now, first, before we get into the injunction, tell us about what Attorney General Letitia James was trying to do to the pregnancy centers.
Well, in May of this year, Attorney General Letitia James actually sued 11 pregnancy resource centers and Heartbeat International in New York for their advertisement of abortion pill reversal. She falsely claimed that this was deceptive advertising, that she claimed that abortion pill reversal is unsafe and that it's ineffective, both of which are not true. But in doing this, she attempted to silence them and to prevent them from advertising abortion pill reversal. And she attempted to extract payment for having previously advertised this. So these two centers that received the injunction today were not part of the initial group that she sued, but their speech was understandably curtailed because of her original attempt to silence those 11 pregnancy resource centers.
So she was telling them that you're not allowed to tell women that the abortion pill reversal even exists, or you're not allowed to distribute it?
She was saying that you're not allowed to tell them that it even exists, that you're not allowed to promote it and advertise it. She, in a statement, said abortions cannot be reversed. It's really puzzling and saddening that she does not want women who have taken the first drug in the abortion pill regimen, mifepristone, to know that they, in fact, could have a chance of reversing the effects of that drug. She wants them to think that once they have taken that drug, which often is done on impulse, that is a one and done thing, when really, if it is immediately counteracted with progesterone, there is a chance to save that unborn baby's life.
Well, it is interesting in light of the pro-woman, pro-choice narrative that they have created, that they would take the position that you're not allowed to change your mind. That does not seem very pro-woman or pro-child. And it suggests that, in fact, they are more pro-abortion than pro-woman or pro-choice. But Mary, tell us about the decision from the federal judge this week.
Well, what the federal judges said was that the Attorney General is not allowed to curtail their speech, that this is a violation of their First Amendment rights, and that they can advertise this, which is a huge win for women in New York. We've seen that once women take that first pill, that mifepristone pill, that a number of women immediately experience regret, that they recognize that perhaps there is a way forward for them and their unborn child, and that many women frantically search the internet for some way to reverse what they have done. And these pregnancy resource centers are providing that lifeline to these mothers. And thank goodness they will be allowed to continue to do so as this lawsuit plays out.
Yeah, indeed. And we know a preliminary injunction is only a preliminary injunction. And when it is granted, that means there is still a trial to be had. But a preliminary injunction is granted when the judge determines that they are likely to succeed at trial. And so that's certainly a strong indication, though not the final answer. How many pregnancy centers does this cover? Is this a case that involves everyone in the state of New York? Is it broader than that?
Well, this injunction was tailored toward two pregnancy resource centers in particular that that sued the Attorney General because of their decision to stop advertising for abortion pill reversal because of her intimidating remarks. But we can expect to see this type of thing continue. We know in Colorado last year, they passed a law actually attempting to ban abortion pill reversal and to prevent pro-life health centers from distributing progesterone for the purpose of reversing the effects of mifepristone. And in New York, as I said earlier, we have seen that the Attorney General sued 11 pregnancy resource centers for advertising this. This is an attempt to promote abortion, to force women into that decision. And it's something that has to be stopped.
Yeah, and Mary, to that point that this is an attempt not to promote choice, but to promote abortion, let's remember the broader context, because we have other states like California who have passed legislation saying you must advertise for abortion if you have a communication with a pregnant woman. So they were going to these same pregnancy centers who are unambiguously pro-life, and that's the reason they exist, and then telling them that you have to tell women how to get an abortion and where they can get an abortion, which is exactly the thing they're trying to prevent. So this goes to a broader state of mind, doesn't it? Just about what we're dealing with culturally and the attitude of the left on the issue of abortion.
It absolutely does. And their claims that the abortion pill reversal is ineffective and unsafe are completely unfounded. Abortion pill reversal is effective over 60% of the time if it's taken within 72 hours of ingesting that first drug, mifepristone. And the use of progesterone to aid the continuation of pregnancy is incredibly safe. It's often even given to women who experience repeat miscarriages, like myself, to help them carry a child to term. So this is not something that pro-lifers are just pulling out of the blue and just trying for fun. This is a proven method of helping women to continue pregnancy, and it's effective, and that's why the pro-abortion industry hates it.
And part of the movement is just maintaining and preserving the freedom to say the things that are true, because in this case, they protect life. Mary Szoch, thanks for your time today.
Thanks so much for having me.